Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Lily, and for those of you who are returning, yes, we are doing another sort of first impression. I've been using these items so far, so we're going to talk a little bit more about my thoughts on it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about two items that I had purchased from Lululemon that basically replaced one of the other items from the last video, just because that one didn't really suit my needs. So it's going to be a bag, it's going to be a water bottle in this video. If that sounds like something you're interested, keep watching and let's get right into the video. So for those of you who have seen my last video, you probably know that I spoke about the Lululemon curved crossbody bag as well as the City Essentials bag, which was the 3-liter one. It's really nice. It was the one with the glitter and it looked really, it was a little fancier with the sparkles, which I loved. But unfortunately that bag, like I mentioned in the video, didn't really suit my style, I felt, and also the material wasn't like, it wasn't the smoothest, which I guess you can expect with glitter, but it wasn't exactly how I anticipated it would be. So I ended up returning that bag, even though it is final sale. You should know that if you do go to the Lululemon store, they're more than willing to just give you a credit on it. So you can still use that gift card for something else. So what I ended up doing was I used the purchase for that to replace it with two other items. I paid about $6 more for these two, on top of the original price of that City Essentials bag, which I believe at the time was $49. It was on sale. But I think that even though I paid a little bit more on top of the gift card, it's worth it because I do get two items, and I think these items are actually quite useful for my everyday life. So I just wanted to talk about it with you all. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the bag, and you've probably seen it from the title already, but this is the one, and I have my notes here so I can make sure I'm giving you the correct information. This is called the Everywhere Small Sling Bag, and this one is, I believe, let me just check really quickly to see what size this is. Okay, it's only one size, but this one actually fits surprisingly quite a bit for how small it looks. Okay, so I just pulled it up here. It is the 2-liter bag, so it is bigger than the Everywhere Belt bag. That's 1 liter. This is 2 liters, but it also still looks really small and compact and super cute. I don't have any bags like this, like in this particular style from Lululemon or from any brand whatsoever. But I thought that, you know, this was a pretty nice, it was a really cute bag on the website. It also was on sale. I did get this for, I believe, where's the price point? Let me find the price real quick. Okay, so the price for this, I got it on sale for $29. It was originally $58. So like I keep saying, and I probably sound like a broken record by now, if you really want to get some bags from Lululemon, there is always something on sale. Definitely look in the sales section. I feel like you can get a really good deal for the sales section, and quality is amazing. But this is in the light ivory color. Unfortunately, when I looked online, it's no longer available, so I am sorry about that. But you know, just keep your eye out. They might have a different color available. They do rotate their sale items, so definitely keep an eye out for the sale. Do I think it's worth $29? Absolutely. Do I think it's worth $58? I don't know. It could be to some people, right? It just depends on you know, what you deem priorities. But for me, I think $29 is definitely worth the buy. So let's just get right into it. I do have it packed currently. I have not used it yet, but I did switch out of my last curved crossbody bag from Lulu, and I changed all my items into here, and it does fit quite a bit. So starting from the front, as you can see, it's super cute. This little pocket up here kind of reminds me of the individual little pouch that Lululemon sells online. I don't remember the name, but they do sell just the pouch like this. Reminds me of that style, but this is definitely in the silver colorway, the ivory. I think it's such a really nice piece to have for both. You can use this for winter, you can use this for summer, just because it's like this whiteness. It goes well with the colder months, but also wonderful for the summer months as well. So the zip is very, oops, as I'm saying it, it was getting a little finicky, but yes, it's fine. I'm going to show you what I have in here right now, but excuse me, I'm going to show you what I have in here right now. But essentially, we have a couple items. So I'm going to start off with this one. This is the chapstick that I have placed in here. I do have a hand lotion here as well. And then I do have the new Shinku. So this is the hand sanitizer. I'm trying out a new format with the camera here. I think it is like focusing when I put things up, and it does not really focus in the background, which I was hoping for, but hopefully you're able to see the bag. We're just going to do a trial for this video and see how that turns out. But the last thing I do have on here or in this pocket is my Listerine. These are, you know, the breath strips. We don't need to elaborate on that. That's pretty much all I have in this little pocket. It does fit a hefty amount. I could fit probably a little bit more, but I don't really need to. But it's a, you know, essentially this is the nice like quick grab and go for the smaller items that you need. In the main compartment that I have here, and I just think it's so adorable, we have these items. So there is, I'm going to show you the interior once I take these things out. I just have some like tissue paper that I got from downstairs. And I have wet wipes. I always keep these, and I do always recommend getting some of these and putting it in your bag if you have a smaller bag, just because you never know when you might need this, you know. And then I have in the main compartment here, I have a pen. Always bring a pen with me. I have this, which I've also talked about previously. It is the Lululemon 2 pouch kind of wristlet, where I typically just put my credit cards in here, and then I put my cash in here. So yeah, I like to separate those out, and it's just really nice and convenient, where if you don't want to take a bag, you could just hang it on your wrist and you're essentially good to go. Recommend these. These also go on sale very frequently, different colors, and definitely look in the sale section. And then in the back, I just have a comb. I always bring like a flat tooth comb with me because my hair is it's very fine and it gets messy very easily. So that's it. So let's show you what's in the compartment. As you can see, hopefully it's focusing. There is this main compartment, and then we have the mesh here, the front mesh, and then we have the back mesh pocket, which is where I kind of compartmentalize things, and I really appreciate that. There is the Lululemon logo, again in rubber back here, but I could definitely have fit more. I don't have my keys in here. I just realized because I hang it up in the front there, but I could fit my key, which is essentially, it's like the keys on a little wristlet like this as well. And it would fit absolutely perfectly. And I'll actually get that to show you for the water bottle later, and then you'll understand why. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What's also really nice is there is a back pocket here, which I love. This is a very like safe and secure back pocket. It's not floppy. It's very like tight. So I always put my phone here. I do have an iPhone 15 Pro Max. It slips in here perfectly, and there's plenty of space left still for like another pen or something. Other than that, as you can see, this is like a pack that it's not a fanny pack in terms of like wearing it on your waist. It's definitely a crossbody. What's really cool is that you can actually detach. So right now it's on this hook, and then up here it's like essentially not detachable. But if you wanted to switch shoulders, you could detach this part, put it down here onto the other side, and then you could wear it on the other shoulder. I personally prefer to wear it on my left shoulder, so I have it like that currently. But let me just get up and show you really quickly how that kind of looks on the body. I am 5'4" for reference, so not a super tall gal, but basically, let me just move this chair here. This is what it looks like. So it's, there's still a lot of length left here, as you can tell. So if you're a taller gal or guy, you can definitely wear this. And I don't know if people wear it like, no, probably not. Okay. Yeah, so I would prefer to wear it like this just because everything's here. I can grab my phone really quickly and don't have any issues with that. Like, it's just safe and secure and tucked. You could probably like tighten it up. I mean, you obviously have a lot of options for how long, how short you want to wear it, but this is just my preference, and it's just pretty flat against the body, which works out fairly nicely. So yeah, I haven't used it like I said, but I do have my belongings in here already, so I plan to use it when I do my next outing. But it is so cold in Philly here. I don't know for you all if you're from the East Coast or you're living in the East Coast right now, but it is so cold. It's pretty, but it's very cold, so I haven't been outside. what else was I going to say here? Oh yeah, I was going to say that this is actually a really great, I know I say this a lot about many of the bags that I've talked about on this channel, but I really do believe it. It's a really good bag for every day, just because it's so compact. It's great for traveling. You could probably fit, I'm sure you can fit your passport in here as well, like probably in the back pocket here. See how like, yeah, it's like secure and it's tucked away. This is great if you're going like on like, I don't know, to like a resort, you're going on a trip somewhere, you're going to like Disneyland, anything. Like you just want a little small bag that you can keep all your essentials. This is absolutely perfect. And I've also mentioned this in other videos, but if you're new here or haven't heard this before, I really, really love small bags these days. I think the larger bags, like the shoulder bags, are really fancy. They're really nice and they're luxurious. But for me, at least in this time of my life, I prefer these bags that are like just practical, that are super lightweight, but such good quality and sturdy that it's gonna last me a long time. So yeah, if you could feel this material, I really, really love Lululemon, because I think that I think it's probably just been like since the past couple of years they started doing like the 15% off if you sign up as a new member or something, or something along those lines. And to be a member, it's free actually. You just sign up and you just log into your account. But I think that they've had a lot more discounts compared to like 15 years ago. When I was like shopping on Lululemon, I felt like there weren't as much discounts on their website, but now they have more discounts. There's always something on sale, something you could find. So I always recommend looking in the sale section first before you go, to the regular section, because you can save a lot of money. Also forgot to mention, if it's focusing, you can see, hopefully it's focusing, there's like a Lululemon tab down here, but it's very discreet. So yeah, super, super, super happy with this. So now that we're done with the bag, let's talk about the other item, which I did briefly mention earlier, that it is a water bottle. Before we get into it, let me just grab my keys really quick so I can show you how I plan to use this. So I'll be right back. All right, folks, so I do have the bottle here. This is called the Back to Life Sport bottle, and this is what it looks like. It is 24 ounces. So this one particularly, I'm just reading here so I can tell you all the details. So this is vacuum insulated, so it keeps your drinks cold. I mean, I'm sure you could put hot drinks in here, but I'm not sure if that would be safe to drink because it's like really hot. It's a little spout up here, but I'll show you the details in a bit. Definitely insulated. I've used this already. I have put ice in it overnight, and in the morning, like not overnight, but probably like in the late evening, and then in the morning there's still ice in here and it's still cold, so it's definitely well insulated. It does say that it has powder coated for sure grip, so it's definitely not super smooth. It's smooth, but there's like some grip to it, so you don't it doesn't accidentally slip from your fingers. So let me see. It says it fits into most cup holders for in-transit convenience. Oh, and by the way, this is not a sponsored video at all. I like wish Lululemon would sponsor me, but I'm just sharing with you, like, again, as always, like my thoughts on items that I really like. So I'm just reading all this to you. Care instructions. The only caveat to this that, I'm a pretty lazy person when it comes to washing dishes. I love using the dishwasher. I think that it is one of the best, and maybe not the best, but it's definitely a great invention that has cut down on so much time. The dishwasher, the laundry machine, I mean, so the only thing is they say that you should not put the bottle into the dishwasher. On the website, it says the lid is dishwasher safe on top rack only, the bottle not as much, just because they don't want you to the dishwasher could obviously change the finish of this, staining and whatnot. So you should ideally wash the bottle by hand, which is a little annoying, but it's not the worst thing that could happen in the grand scheme of things. This one I have is in the color, obviously it's like a hunter green. I really, really love green. I would say it's probably like the dark green, or I think any sort of spectrum of green I'm really enjoying right now. It's probably my favorite color. Before it was bright red, but over the years as I've gotten older, it's definitely been this color. So I really like this. This one, let me see how much I got it for. This one I got for also $29. So this was on sale. This is normally $44. Like I mentioned again, you can get it on sale. This was $29, which I think is reasonable for a water bottle. I probably would not pay $44 for this. I have a lot of water bottles, but a lot of them are at home in California. I have a few here, which I have OCD, so every day when I use a water bottle, I always put it in the dishwasher or like wash it after classes, just because I don't want something that I've used outside to track inside the house. So I end up not having enough water bottles to use because my dishwasher doesn't fill up quickly enough for me to wash everything. So that's why I got another one. And I think this is great for the gym, for going to class. You definitely want to drink a lot of water every day. 24 ounces is a really good volume. It's not too big. It's not too small. It fits in the backpack perfectly. They have larger sizes to this, but it's just too big for me to bring in my backpack. So I thought this was the perfect size. They also have this in the plastic version, which is cheaper. It was also on sale when I purchased this. I was debating between the two. That one was $19 on sale, the exact same except plastic version, and you can see the volume of water that you drink, which is actually quite nice. This one was $10 more, but I think this is better because, again, it's insulated, so it does keep your water colder if you do have a preference for that, which I do. So, and I love this color. I think the color is perfect. I think what drew me to this one was partly because of the color as well. But yeah, so what I like about this, obviously, you know, you have the branding here. It's a little large, but I mean, that's these days, all brands are like that, right? So you have this part, which I always grab. It's plastic, but it's actually, I can't speak to the longevity of this since I did just get it like probably a couple days ago. But I mean, I feel like it's fairly durable. It's very nicely done. It is like very strong plastic. What I love is that a lot of water bottles, you can have the flip cap or you have like the straws. I wanted something that would definitely be protected from the environment, like clean, because I probably will be bringing this to clinical, and you know, you want to make sure that what you're using is going to be clean inside. So when you open this cap, this is the exposed spout for your mouth to drink, right? And I love it because it obviously is intact. It's like attached to it, so you don't have to worry about these little caps falling off or like anything. Everything's like just secured, which I love, and you just do that. So I think this is better than the Stanley ones where you have the straw, because the straw is technically not the cleanest since you have to use your hand. It's completely exposed to the environment. This one you do have a cap, so I feel that it's a little better protected. It has the silver, hopefully you can see it has like a silver area here, like kind of just accents the bottle very nicely. And then I do have water in here, so I'm not gonna like show you the interior, otherwise everything will spill out. But as you can see, it's insulated. It's, you know, all metal inside. This is what the cap looks like. And yeah, it's water bottle, really straightforward. It does, let me see if there's anything else. There is grip here, and it does have the Lululemon logo, very small here. I wish this wasn't this big, honestly. I wish they just had like a little Lululemon logo and that was it, not like a little obnoxious like this, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. All brands are like these days, like I was saying. But yeah, I really, really like this. If you're interested, I have a lot of different water bottles. I have the Stanley. I have the, what is that one? The Yeti. I have like, basically, yeah, different water bottles. If you want, I can definitely do a comparison. Just let me know if that's something you're interested in. But otherwise, what I wanted to show you is that I go to the gym. I try to go to the gym, at least, downstairs in this apartment complex. And the thing is, my keys to open the door, it looks like this. So it's kind of annoying to bring this and my phone with me. I know some people will probably say, well, why don't you just keep your key on a little chain? Well, because I use this to go to class, and it's just easy to find my keys like on this big wristlet in my backpack, so I don't have to go digging for everything. So I just keep things here. I don't change things. It's just annoying. So yeah, I have my keys. I have my fob. I have everything here. So what I like is that this, obviously, I clip it here. And then so when I go to the gym, everything's like attached. I don't have to worry about anything. It's easy. And if I don't want my this wristlet to touch anything on the ground, I just kind of hang it up here like that. And then I just let it sit on the treadmill, or I let it sit like anywhere there's like a space, right? A flat surface, and it just doesn't touch anything on the ground, which I think is a lot, like, you know, less contamination, right? But yeah, so I got this one particularly for this reason also, because not a lot of water bottles have like a thin enough like area here for you to clip. This one does, so it's great. But yeah, I think this is a really good water bottle so far. I think, like I said, it's a perfect size for me. I think 24 ounces is great, because if you want the bigger ones, it's good to like just have that at work or have that at home, so you don't have to be lugging that around everywhere. But if you want to have one that's more like transport friendly, that you can bring in your backpack or your bags, or you're going to like travel, or you're going to the gym, this 24 ounce, in my humble opinion, is the perfect size, because it fits in that pocket in the backpack very well. It's slim enough, but it's not so tiny that you can barely, you like drink a couple gulps and then you're gone, you have no more water, right? So I think this is a really great option. So do I think this is worth it? Yes, I think this is worth it. I think that again, try to like find things on sale. I feel like I've definitely been an overconsumer over the past 15 years of my life, if not more. But as I'm going to, I've gone back to school, right? I'm in school right now, so I don't have an income. I do rely on my husband and also my parents for a lot of help actually right now. And I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, as I'm going back to school, as I'm learning new things, and you know, realizing that this is like the first time I haven't had any income for a while. It really puts things into perspective that, you know, it's really nice to have new things. It always gives us that excitement because we got something new. It's exciting. But after a while, that kind of fades away and we're looking for the next high. That's just how our brains are wired. But like, if we take some time to step back, I realize that, you know, appreciating all the little things. Like, I don't need to buy like a really expensive bag to find happiness. Yes, I admire them. I love them. I actually still have quite a few at home. I don't need to get more. Just enjoying what we have and finding things on sale. It's like a great feeling. It's like getting, you know, you feel like you got a great deal, but of course that doesn't mean that every time there's something on sale, you should go buy something, right? It's just, is it necessary? I know these two are not like must-haves. They're definitely really nice to haves, but I thought that I could treat myself after, you know, like a really busy semester last semester, and my birthday's coming up, so I did get something for my birthday, which isn't over the $200 mark, so I'm proud of myself for that. But I'll definitely share what I got in a few weeks once that arrives. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm just really happy with these items. I think like these are all like small wins as long as you use them, and you know, just not buying in excess. I think that's really important. I don't know if all my rambling made sense. If it did, great. If it didn't, I'm sorry. But otherwise, I think that's it for this video. I just wanted to share these two items. If you are looking in the market for them, you know, hopefully this was helpful. But hopefully this video, if you were not looking for it, hopefully this video doesn't incentivize you to look for it, because my goal is not to make you buy things that you don't need. My goal is to share things that, you know, I find helpful. And if you were thinking about, if you are looking for something like this, these are good items to look for. So I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, so that is it. It's Sunday right now here in Philly. It's like 10 in the morning. So hope you're all enjoying a wonderful weekend. Hopefully this post will go live by the end of the day. It takes forever because my internet is kind of slow here. But yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate the support that folks have provided on this channel. And as always, please stay healthy, happy, and safe. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.